It's now 25 minutes to 9, and it's time for us to get into Tech Central, the segment of the show on Thursday where we look at technology and some of the innovations that people are coming up with and how they will solve a problem for you. Today, we're talking about smart bins. And in this day of an age where we have everything being smart, from televisions to your phone, even fridges nowadays are smart. They know when they're full, they know when to drop ice. I mean, it's a smart world that we're living in. So why not have your garbage become smart as well? And that's why we're going to be talking about smart bins. And joining me to do that, we have Alfred Ongere, who is a co-founder of Smart Bins. Good morning and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, good morning.
We also have on the other side of the set, Wawero Mwaura, who's also a co-founder.
Good morning.
Let me start with you, Alfred, and thank you for joining us. Now, Smart Bins, what's Smart Bins all about?
Smart Bins is basically an innovation that allows your garbage to talk to you, to tell you, I'm almost full, you need to collect me.
Now, honestly, in this day of social media and all that, why do I need garbage to talk to me? I have people I can talk to.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how does that happen?
So it's basically a smart device which connects to the internet and sends the data real time. So you can actually see, as you add litter to your bin, it's going up. In terms of percentage.
I'll come to the big question here, and why would I need to know that the garbage is full? But let's first of all go to the technical side of it. How does it work? Basically, you're saying that as your garbage fills, it sends a message to the internet.
Real time.
Then real time,
Yeah.
And I get that message.
Yeah, you get that.
How does that happen?
So we have an Intel Edison board, which is basically a development board for developers. It's connected through Wi-Fi. We have set up a hotspot which is connecting to, and it's sending to our Smart Bin website. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So basically what happens is that this bin has a connection to this gizmo.
This gizmo.
What have you called it?
Intel Edison.
Intel Edison.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever that is. But anyway, it communicates via the internet.
Yeah, via the internet.
Where now you're able to get that message.
On our website.
Okay, can we try it out?
Yeah. So right now, the bin is 44%. Maura, can you just pull that out?
Currently, this is what is 44%.
Yeah.
All right, so what we can see here basically is the bin level from 0 to 150. Why 150? I would imagine it should be 100%.
That was for some values we are trying out.
Okay, fine. But I would imagine the normal then would be 100%, at the point where it's filled.
Max,
So we are currently at, it says about 50%.
44% right
44%.
now.
Oh, okay.
8:37.
8:37 and 39 seconds
44%.
GMT. Wow, this is very real time.
Yeah.
Now, just to understand, this 44% is what we currently have in here.
Yeah, in the bin.
Okay. Yeah. And maybe just for, can I open this? Just for those at home to see, if we can just look at this, we have, are those groundnuts?
Those are beans.
Well, if they're groundnuts, you can be guaranteed that there will not be 44% after the show. But basically, that's the garbage that we have there so far, which is 44%. Okay. So, what happens?
Yeah. So if we add more litter to it,
and you said it's real time.
Yeah, it's real time, but it updates after every 5 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah. So you need to give it time, and then we have an alarm that tells us if the litter is almost 70% and above, you will hear a buzzer, which is buzzing.
What we had just now.
That's what we've had now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does that buzzer buzz at the bin point or at the point where I am? Because I'm assuming that this is giving me an update wherever I am.
Yeah. The final product, you'll be getting SMSs, you'll be getting a phone call, or even an email, according to what you want.
Depending on what you want.
Depending on what you want.
Okay, and I see here the graph has changed.
Yeah, 72%.
So now we are at 72%.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's actually real time.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so now question, why do I need to know my bin is full? After all, my assumption is I am the one who's putting the rubbish into the bin so I can see.
Yeah, initially this solution was for the county government, the guys who collect the litter. We noticed that for some estates like Donholm, they collect litter on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So if you have organic litter, let's say you have banana peelings and you fill up 2 bags, you need to wait up to Wednesday or up to Saturday. And in that time, there's decomposition of the litter. Pets can come around, cats. open the bags, spill around. So you need to start taking the litter again and putting them in the bags.
Okay.
So we asked ourselves, why don't you have a smart way where the garbage collection guy actually comes when your litter is full? Or he comes only the days when your
litter is full.
Litter is full.
Okay.
So we'll be collecting that data all over the country. Then we'll be able to analyze it and say, from what you're seeing, every person or most of the guys, the litter fills up on Monday or Tuesday. So we need to change our litter collection days to Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
And then also using that data, we'll be able to predict the future. And we'll be able to cut operational costs in terms of fuel, in terms of buying the trucks.
Instead of collecting when some things are half.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also cutting on things like carbon emissions because the trucks are affecting the environment.
All right. Let me come to Aweru. Aweru, what gave birth to this idea? Because, I mean, it's a very, when you think about it, it's a good idea over time. But what gave birth to it?
Looking at the future trends, as you just said, the smart technologies, whereby we need everything to be real time. Like we need data from our houses to our phones. We need data from every aspect of our lives. With the Internet of Things technology, we have a way whereby we can make even this chair communicate to you anywhere you are. So with the litter bins, we don't need Kidero to go inspecting the garbage bins if they are full. With this technology, we just have a management system whereby a guy sits and he can see this litter was allocated to this and this company and it was not collected, but something should be done on it. Yeah.
Okay. Now, brilliant idea. Sounds very practical.
Yeah.
However, our internet penetration may not be that good. So how do you overcome that based on the fact that this is actually using Wi-Fi?
The final product will have 2G and 3G SIM cards. So they'll be able to connect to the internet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Through the network.
Yeah. And it also depends on the location where we are installing them. If it's a big industry, we only need one internet connection point. But if it is remote places, each one of them needs to have their own internet connection.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this a solution that you've mainly designed for big organizations and county governments as opposed to individuals? Because initially I thought, okay, this is a bin that I have at home and this is how it works. Is it just for a bigger scale kind of setup?
Yeah. The main target is the big industries, county governments, but we also have some people who will be interested in having this in their homes. Maybe you've traveled overseas and you have your bin in the house and it's accumulating litter or the litter is acting up, it's decomposing. You just tell someone, you need to come to my house and clear the litter.
Okay.
So it is for both markets, but the main target is the county government and industries.
All right. Well, how long has it taken you to develop this technology?
It started as an idea. Then we thought, okay, why not prototype it? Then we prototyped it. Now this is almost our first. It's our initial process. The final device will be as little as this, like.
Or in terms of this gadget?
Yeah. We'll use a microcontroller. It's a smaller device.
Now, I don't know whether you've thought of designing or what design you're going to use, because when I think about it practically, currently, if you look at most of the garbage disposal centers that we have in estates and in all that, they may not actually use a bin. We use a black plastic bag, which is thrown into a cage or is thrown into a pile somewhere. So how's that going to work, given that you actually don't have a controlled environment like this?
We will introduce the big collection garbage bins where we'll be putting them in the truck. But initially in the house, even if you have the black bag, we will still have a container where we'll be putting the black bag. So the sensor will still be able to sense that it is at this level based on the height of the garbage bin.
Okay. And in terms of the business aspect of it, Wawero, have you considered how much it would cost roughly?
For the final device, we estimated that it will be between 5,000 and 6,000. Because we are aiming at creating our own bins and also digitalizing the current bins, like the current litter bins. We can feed them with the device and they'll become smart bins.
Okay. And just to remind you who are watching that you could let us know if it's a hit or a miss, if it's something that you would think is a good idea, or is it just a good idea that remains on a computer and that is the end in terms of being practical? Have you tried to sell the idea to county governments?
Not
Or
yet.
you're still...
We are still working on it, but we already have some targets. We want to try it out in our university, see how it works before we take it out.
And that's Multimedia University,
that's
right?
Multimedia University.
Okay. And how are you going to try this out? Will you have to manufacture the bins yourselves and do everything, or does the university also, chip into that towards that?
We are looking towards the university to assist us, do the partial implementation. Then from then on, we can take it to other sectors of the industry.
Okay. And does this only monitor solid waste? Because we have many kinds of waste that one may have.
It monitors liquid and solid waste.
Okay.
Both. Yeah.
In terms of how the technology works, how does it tell that it's full? Because I can see these are they're loose, they're not, compact, meaning there's spaces in between. As much as it tells us it's 70%, when I look here, there could still be pockets that we can feel.
Yeah, so this is just the initial model, but in later models, we'll have things like pressure sensors, or you might also have compression mechanisms where you compress the liter so that you still have that space. You can still add liter.
Okay.
That's for the later versions, not for now.
As you continue to develop.
Continue.
Now, I want to give it a shot as well and try. Now, we are currently at 72%. I don't know if you can see this at home, but it's at 72%. I can verify that for you, and that's at 8:46 and 19 seconds. So what I want to do is empty the bin to 0 and see whether that's going to actually... of course, for me, it's also just to check if really these are groundnuts or not, which they're not. Very disappointing. But why didn't you guys put groundnuts there? Anyway, yeah, check it right there. And it's meant to be real time, so let's see how long it's going to reflect to see where it goes to in terms of, it actually says it's filled to 83%.
No, it takes some time.
Okay.
Because it's sending it to the internet.
Oh, okay.
So
It's now 0.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go. And now we are currently
Just put it here.
at
0%.
0. Oh, so this is a graph that tells you how. I guess this can also help you monitor people's habits in terms of garbage.
Yeah.
Because it gives you...
We also have location.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does the location do?
It tells you where the bin is. Like right now, it's telling us here, the Standard Group Limited.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there are some variants that will have GPS and some that will just hard code and tell it this is the location where the bin is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right now, at home, I think we can see the graph right there. So I'm going to refill and put this garbage back just to see what percentages we're going to have. Let's have that first, then I'll put more. Right now, it takes a few minutes to move. Wow, I've seen it shooting, and it's gone to, that's about, what, 77%. Keep it right there. Let me put a few more and see whether we can get a different percentage. I'll put my phone in there, although my phone is not garbage. My car keys, I'll put them in there. What else can we put in there? Yeah, okay. Wait, let's just make sure that we have enough garbage in there. I was about to ask for somebody's weave to put it in there. But I realized that might get me into trouble. Yeah, so we were at, what percentage were we at? 70.
Sending 61 now.
Okay, it's sending. Let's see, it changed. We're at 72. Okay, it's moved slightly. What is it that it's using to measure? Is it like a laser, something?
No, it's ultrasonic. It's an ultrasonic sensor, so it is using signals.
Which it sends to how far?
It goes to the obstacle, then it bounces back.
Meaning, if I had, for instance, if I maybe remove things from the middle,
and put them on the side.
It would give me an inaccurate reading.
Yeah, this is the like I said, this is the initial model, just for displaying and demo. but the final model will be more accurate.
And I guess
it will
then
be able to scan
you'll
the
also
whole.
improve on the compressing, so that
Yeah.
now when it compresses, it's able to give us a level,
level.
amount.
Yeah.
We can even add more sensors, like we'll have more than 2 sensors or 3 sensors, such that it can be able to average all the sensors, then give a more accurate answer, more accurate percentage.
All right. Well, fantastic. And let me just see whether we have any questions on Twitter, and whether it's a hit or a miss, according to those who are watching. And, well, we do have Njagi, who says that is definitely a good innovation. I'm not sure whether I would use it, but it's good all the same. All right, let's see if there is more that's coming in. We have Antonio, who says, great stuff. I love the way Kenyans are innovative. So that's a nod. Now, in terms of having this rolled out and creating now sales out of it, because I imagine you're doing this for business at the end of the day. How long will that take?
Depending on the resources that we will have at that time, it can even take a year in rolling out. Yeah, so it just depends on getting the right team, the right developers, the right machines, 3D printers and everything to come up with the final product.
And how long has it taken you to do this far?
Initially, we did the idea in about 3 days.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
But now to develop it to this point?
Approximately 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
3 weeks, eh?
Yeah.
And what are you studying? What are you actually studying at MMU?
Telecommunication engineering.
Okay, so this is actually falling into what you are doing.
Yeah, it's falling directly.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. We'll have to wind it up right there because of time. Waweru Mwaura, who is a co-founder, and Alfred Ongere, co-founder for Smart Bins. So, yeah, that's where we wind up the show this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. And once the Smart Bin is released, we certainly will let you know so that you don't have to overspill.